Hello children, welcome to online class. Today we are going to learn a nice story, Alice in Wonderland. As shown in the picture, you can see there is a girl who is peeping through the small door and she can see wonderful garden, beautiful flowers and fountains. So let's enjoy the story Alice in Wonderland. So, first, what is Wonderland? A wonderland is a land or place full of wonderful things. A land of beautiful and magical things. A land of wonders, surprises, and excitements. As shown in the picture, you can see there are so many wonderful things you can see in the picture. You can observe it carefully. You can see a white rabbit. It is having a watch. It's showing you a watch. Yes, then so many magical things you can see there. So let's enjoy the story Alice in Wonderland. Here again you can see two pictures in which you can find Alice with her other characters of the story. Also you can see a caterpillar, a magician, its cap, beautiful garden, so many things. The story is written by Lewis Carroll. Lewis Carroll. So let's enjoy. So before learning the story, we have to know some words meaning. If you know these words meaning, you will understand better and you can enjoy the story fully. So first one is scampered. Now what does mean by scamper? Scampered means ran fast. It's a verb, scamper, scampered, scampering. So running fastly. Second one is pop down. Pop down means moved suddenly or went suddenly. Whiskers. Whiskers. It means long thick hairs on face. Like on some animal's face you can find some hairs. So that is whiskers. That is whiskers. Like for human beings we can say mustache and beard. So like for animals it whiskers. Fourth one is burning with, means excited with. Excited with. Now here the spelling of excited is wrong. So you have to see that EXCITED. EXCITED. So that is a typing error. You will correct it. Burning with means excited with. Fifth one is curiosity. Curiosity means desire to know new things. Desire to know new things. In the poem Why, we have learned this word curiosity. What was the starting of the poem? Do you remember? In Why poem, I know a curious little boy. That is curious, curiosity, desire to know new things. Then followed means went after. Someone who is following some, like thieves. If it's running, police will follow them. Next word, longed. Longed means for a long time. Wish means desire. Wondered means surprised. Exclaimed, to speak in strong or sudden emotions. If suppose something is hurt you, you will say ouch. Or if something wonderful happens, you will say hooray, ha ha ha. So that is exclaimed. You have exclaimed. So that you are speaking with a strong emotions. 11th one is delight, means great joy, happiness. And last one disappeared, means could not be seen, vanished, disappeared. So these are some words. If you remember these meanings, you can understand better. So let's read first loudly. Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland. One day, Alice was lying under a tree listening to her sister reading a story. Suddenly, she saw a white rabbit scamper by. He had pink eyes and was wearing a blue coat. He took out a big watch from his waistcoat pocket, and as he hurried away, he said, "Oh dear, I will be too late." She thought there was something very different about this rabbit. It could talk, it wore a red waistcoat, and it carried a watch. Alice wondered, a talking rabbit? A rabbit who wears a waistcoat? Alice was burning with curiosity and she followed the white rabbit. The rabbit started running and Alice followed the rabbit. The rabbit suddenly popped down a large rabbit hole. Alice jumped into the rabbit hole too. The rabbit went down and down and down and down into the rabbit hole. Alice said aloud, "Where am I? How many miles down have I fallen? I must be getting somewhere near the center of the earth." She wondered, "Will I slip through the earth to the other side?" Thump! Alice landed on a pile of dry leaves. She looked around quickly and suddenly saw the white rabbit again. It disappeared, saying, "Oh, my ears and whiskers, how late it's getting." Alice stood up and saw a small door about 15 inches high. It was too small for her to go through. She saw a glass table with a golden key on it. She tried the little golden key in the lock, and to her delight, it fitted. Alice opened the door and looked into the loveliest garden she had ever seen. How she longed to be among those beds of bright flowers and those cool fountains. But she could not even get her head through the doorway. "Oh, how I wish I could become smaller!" she exclaimed loudly. "Oh, how I wish I could become smaller!" she exclaimed loudly. So this story is adapted from Alice in Wonderland, written by Lewis Carroll. Now, who is Lewis Carroll? He was a famous writer, author, poet. Its name was Charles Ludwig Dodgson. So it's better known by his pen name Lewis Carroll. Is an English writer who has written so many children's fiction books like Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and its sequel Through the Looking Glass. So this Lewis Carroll has written this story, and this is only one of the part or chapter of the story. So I hope you have understood how to read correctly with correct pronunciation. Now let's enjoy the story. Story narration. Let's enjoy. Now, what happens in this story? The story is about Alice and Wonderland. How does she go in Wonderland? Do you also like to go in Wonderland? Yes, of course. You must be very excited to know how she reach in Wonderland. What does she do there? So let's enjoy. So as shown in the first picture, there is a rabbit. So what happens? Alice with her sister was lying under a tree, relaxing under a tree, and her sister was reading a story. So Alice was listening it, and while listening, she saw something strange. What did she see? She saw a white rabbit, and it was different. In which matter? In which manner the rabbit was different? The rabbit was talking. What was he talking? He was saying, "Oh dear, I will be too late." So Alice wondered. She became so excited. The rabbit can talk. The rabbit is wearing blue coat and a red waistcoat, and it carrying a watch and is watching in the watch and is saying, "I'm getting too late." So with these things, Alice was getting very excited to know more about the rabbit because she was very curious girl. So she thought, "I will follow this rabbit. I will follow this rabbit." So then what happened? The rabbit scampered very fastly, Miss ran very fastly, and Alice also followed the rabbit, and the rabbit went in a rabbit hole. And now there was no choice than she also jumped into the rabbit hole. And while she jumped, the rabbit hole was too long. So while she was going down and down and down, she was thinking so many things. And she was saying, "Where am I? How many miles down I have fallen? Miss, where am I going? I must be getting near the center of the earth." What an imagination of Alice is. She is imagining that hole like our earth. And she's saying, "I'm started from the top, now I'm going to the center of the earth." And again she's saying, "Will I sleep through the other side?" And suddenly, after so much round and round and round, at last she landed somewhere where on a pile of dry leaves. And after landing, she stood up, and again she saw that same white rabbit. And the white rabbit was saying something again. "Oh, my ears and whiskers, how late it's getting." Now again Alice stood up and followed the rabbit. The rabbit disappeared again. It could not be seen. Now Alice was at a new place. So she was seeing here and there, and she saw a glass table where on that a golden key was there. So in second picture you can see a golden key. So she saw that golden key, and she could see a small door. It's about 15 inches. It's about 15 inches, and she tried the door to open the lock. She tried to open the lock, and her delight, the golden key fitted. The golden key fitted to the lock, and through that door, she could see the loveliest garden. What the garden was there? It was very loveliest garden with colorful flowers, fountains, butterflies, and she was very, very, very happy because she was never seen this type of wonderful garden. But there was a very exciting thing. The door was very short, so she even could not get her head through it. So now she feel that if I could become smaller, I can go through this door. I can go through this door in the Wonderland and I can wander in it and I can enjoy the things. So this is one of the chapter or part of the story Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. Now if you are curious like Alice, what will you do? You will read this Lewis Carroll's book Alice Adventures in Wonderland. So many lessons, chapters, wonderful things you can find in the story book. So if you are curious, are you curious? Read further to enjoy full story. How the Alice get through the get through the door. What things she do? Then what happens to her? She becomes smaller or she becomes taller and taller. Then what happens next? What adventure she can experience there? So these things you can enjoy if you read the full story in the storybook Alice in Wonderland written by Lewis Carroll. I hope you have enjoyed the story and understood it. Now some classwork is there. Answer the following questions. While listening to the story, what did Alice see? It's very easy. Alice saw a white rabbit scampering by. What was different about the rabbit that Alice saw? The rabbit was talking like humans. It wore a red waistcoat and carried a watch. Where did the rabbit go? The rabbit popped down or went into a large rabbit hole. Then next three questions. How did Alice reach Wonderland? What strange things did Alice see? Describe in your own words the garden that Alice saw. These you have to find in the textbook and write. Now this is subject enrichment activity. What you have to do? Read the story and without seeing it, narrate it in your own words and record an audio and send it to me. So what rubrics you have to check? Pronunciation, correct pronunciation of the words, speed and fluency, and overall percentage. So it carried 5 marks. Now classwork and homework, write and memorize meaning of new words, write questions and answers, read the story and narrate it in your own words, and complete subject enrichment activity. So till the next class, stay home, stay safe, keep learning, happy learning.